Hey, Graffiti King here, talking about was the housewife a hitman? And this is in relation to the book Hitman, a technical manual for contractors. I don't think you can get it actually anymore. It was taken off the market after a couple of lawsuits. What the book purports to be is a how-to guide to be a contract killer. And it was published, it was notorious, has kind of a bad cover, but it was effective, right? It sold books. And my conclusion, I covered this in our book, Graffiti King's Guide to $1 Million Product Creation. My conclusion is that it's completely made up. And a couple of people have said it's not really realistic, but the title was enough, and I guess the teaser copy. And there is a rumor that it was written by an anonymous female author who was allegedly a housewife, a freelance writer. And the gender doesn't really matter, but it makes the story a little bit more salacious, right? We cover this in antisocial marketing. It has a place. It does sell units, and that's the business you're in, right? You want to sell stuff. It is a choice. I think it's a choice you have to think about real carefully if you want to go down that road. The publisher did get in lots of trouble. Again, there were lawsuits that tried to forbid its sale, and it probably wasn't even true. But it got famous in the subculture of naughty books, shall we say, right? And again, it's a choice. Go back and listen to the message on antisocial marketing. I do not condone or endorse the message in that book or any of the antisocial books. I am studying them as a marketing expert, right? I mean, they're interesting because they do sell units and there is a market for it. So whenever there's a market, it's human nature is in play. It may be things we disagree with, or it may be things that we secretly cheer on, which is another aspect of antisocial marketing. Like, I'm not going to do it, but I wish you guys luck, right? So, Hitman, a technical manual for contractors, was a book that sold units. It was instantly notorious, and then it became infamous because it was linked with, I think, at least two murders or murder events. And you could take the idea and maybe bend it a little bit. Like, how to defend yourself in life and death situations. That's okay, right? It's a little antisocial without being as aggressive as the Hitman book. And there's a couple of YouTube channels that talk about self-defense in extreme situations. So the model is out there in terms of the, avenue of violence. But in general, antisocial marketing and product creation does work. It is a choice that you should wade into carefully and probably have an exit strategy, right? Like, do it to sell units or what have you. And the funny thing about antisocial marketing is sometimes society changes. I don't think Hitman will ever be accepted, but things that were once considered taboo do eventually join the mainstream. Whether that's for good or ill, I'm not sure. But, being an outlier is not always antisocial. You just might be early. Anyway, that's all for now. Click on the link under the message. Get our books at Amazon.com, including our new paperback, Graffiti King's Guide to Self-Determination. Really excited to have that in print, and I hope you are too. Also, we've got our business books, which include Graffiti King's Guide to $1 Million Product Creation, which is where we get examples like Hitman from. It's good reading, it's good thinking, because you can use all examples to roll up your own product or service.